April's Stress Awareness Month, and let's be real, everybody's feeling a little bit of stress between work pressures, family pressures, financial burdens, tax season. Should we keep going on this list? Because it's already, just hearing it is enough, right? The weight of daily life can take a serious toll.
It sure does, but stress doesn't just affect your mood. It can actually hurt your body physically as well. Today, we're joined by Virginia Spine Institute Dr. Ella Akkerman to break down how stress impacts your brain and your body and what you can do to help protect your health as life continues to pile on. Thanks for joining us this morning. And we were talking earlier today, you know, I've got some back pain in my back. I don't know if it's all of the stress I'm dealing with, but your body, I mean, how does this correlate? Is it the stress that comes first and that causes the pain, or are we talking the pain that causes the stress?
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. So unfortunately, there is chronic stress, and when chronic stress affects the body, it causes a lot of tension, sleep disruption, which may lower serotonin, which lowers our pain threshold. And that causes more pain, more headaches, more migraines, spine-related pain. And there is this cycle of pain and stress that just keeps building and building and overstretches our nervous system.
Yeah.
And eventually we burn out.
So it's not just that we're feeling it, like physically in our bodies, this is what's happening, right? So it's not just that we're just like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm stretched out myself, like your body, your nervous system is actually physically changing.
Yes, actually. So our brain is a very sensitive organ. It's the most sensitive organ of our body, right? And so we have a structure called the amygdala, which is in the middle of the brain, deep in the brain, and it feels all of our emotions. And it sends signal to its friend hypothalamus, which is a chemical mastermind of the brain. And it sends signals to pituitary gland, which sends signals to our other glands in the body to produce stress hormones. Like cortisol, adrenaline, which make us have this fight or flight response, which makes us tense up, causes muscle tension, causes pain, causes us to eat more, causes us not to sleep well, which builds on top of each other, which is terrible.
These don't sound like good friends to have.
They all sound like things that I'm dealing with. Maybe it's stress that's causing all of this. Okay, I see you've got this mirror here as a prop. What does that reflect and mean in regards to what we're talking about this morning?
Of course. So, how do we break the cycle? What kind of little things we can do every day to help us break that cycle? We don't have much time, right? But we all have time to glance in the mirror, look at ourselves, and talk to ourselves if we have nobody to talk to. If you're really mad, if you're really sad, just talk in the mirror to yourself. And maybe that will get negative emotions out, leave the positive emotions, and make your amygdala happy.
Yeah, not a bad play. All right, other ways that we can kind of mitigate some of the pain are, you have some examples here, starting with music, right?
Yeah, so that's my personal favorite. I love to play music. I love to listen to music. Music has been shown to raise your serotonin levels, happy chemical levels. And then the other favorite of mine is journaling.
Yes.
It lets you express your emotions on paper. All the negative emotions, leave them here. All the positive emotions, leave them there. The other very famous one is deep breathing exercises. If you don't know how to do it, take a pinwheel and just take a deep breath.
Oh, okay.
And watch it spin.
Oh, that's also kind of fun, too.
Yes, yes.
Nice. Is the bubbles the same theory as the pinwheel, then? If we want to use bubbles instead?
Theoretically, yes, but then I came up with another idea. We take bubble baths.
Hey,
right?
All day.
That's a stress reliever. But when we don't have time to take bubble bath, just take a bubble, bubble and blow it out.
I love that.
Yeah.
What's the difference between how to handle, I mean, would you use the same approach for kids? Because obviously the bubbles, the pinwheels, the journaling, music, all great for kids, but adults as well.
That's true. We should identify a kid inside of us and be a little bit easier on ourselves. And I think that also helps us take the stress out, right? Because when we don't, when we're not hard on ourselves, when we feel like a kid, we have less stress. And I tell all my patients that, you know, just don't be so hard on yourself. You are human, and connect with the kid inside of you.
Yeah, it's very good advice. I will mention the reason you have the weighted, this is a weighted blanket, by the way. Just like if you have a weighted stuffed animal, it gives you that sense of security.
Yes.
My question for you, doctor, is all of these methods are great for having that temporary escape from the stress that we're feeling, right? Eventually we have to go back and face what was what caused the stress in the first place, right? If we do this enough, will it slowly get to the point where it goes away long term?
So it's just like any habit, right? We make a habit to brush our teeth every day. add another habit every day out of these options or another option that makes you happy to do every day to help you reduce stress. And as you build it into your daily routine and it becomes a habit, you won't even notice, but you should become happier and less stressed.
I love that. What about walking? I do that a lot. Is that a
That's
good
true.
stress
So
reliever?
both exercise and music produces increased serotonin in the brain. Now, exercise also releases endorphins, which are natural chemicals, which are pain-relieving chemicals in our body. So walking and listening to music at the same time is like a double positive, right? So I like doing that. And walking in the park has shown to be better because you're exposed to nature. The greenery, the sounds of nature are very soothing and relaxing to the brain. And exercise helps sleep, and sleep further raises your serotonin and makes you happier.
Boy, it's all great advice. Just to come full circle to your initial point, I dealt with this a couple of years ago. I had the chronic back pain for months and for months, right? I went to the doctor, and the doctor literally said, there are about 1,000 things that I could tell you that could contribute to that, and there's no way we're going to know for sure what it is. But start by reducing your levels of stress if you can. And there were a couple of really stressful things that were impacting it, and once I was able to cut back on that, guess what? The back pain went away. And it was chronic for like 6 months. And just eliminating the stress, or reducing it at least, that physical pain went away. So I totally get what you're saying, the connection between the brain and the body.
Finding those little outlets where you can. This was so helpful, Doctor. I appreciate it.
Of course. Nice to talk to you guys.
Information is on the screen. If you want to find out more of where the doctor is from, there we'll put a full screen so that you can find those websites and Instagram and Facebook pages should you choose to follow.